That's the clear. This is the hardener. Whatever clear you're using, if you're going to do this yourself, then it'll have the mixing instructions on it already. All right, now for the clear coat, I just use just one strainer only. It's kind of tricky doing this with just one hand here. All right. For my clear coat blender, I just have kind of a cheap Harbor Freight gun, and I just fill it like this. I don't need that much. I pour it back in when I'm done with it. But if you're going to do this yourself, you're going to want to purchase a blending clear coat that's made for blending clear coats and single stage paint jobs. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to clear coat. I'm going to try to start from that end. I may start over here and then bring it around to this choke point, stop the clear coat a little bit, and then do a second coat. The clear coat that I use is a wet on wet clear coat. The clear coat that you use may be you shoot it, you wait about 5 or 10 minutes for it to be tacky, and then shoot it again. But the clear coat that I use is it's called a wet on wet. It's one coat and then a second coat immediately. So like I said, I'm gonna shoot this whole area here, bring the clear coat around to this smaller area here, and then on the second coat, I'm going to pick up my blending gun, which I have ready in this area, to blend the clear coat out. So hopefully I'll be able to capture most of it on tape or on video, and I'll go ahead and get started. I'll try to pull this thing closer as I'm shooting the blending clear. And how I shoot, if you're doing this yourself, you may want to practice on the panel to see how the clear coat reacts. How close. I get about that far away, high pressure, moving quickly. If you're not comfortable doing that, I guess you may have to go with a slightly higher pressure, far away, and then you just got to toy with it. I don't pay attention to the air pressure behind it. I just kind of know it, how it sounds, and then start shooting. Also, on the first coat of clear coat, you may not want to go too heavy. They always say orange peel is your friend. If you have enough on there, you can cut it down, wet sand, and buff the orange peel out. But you got to have a lot of material on it. Okay, let's get started with the clear coat. Okay, if you look closely, you can tell I was trying to keep the overspray away from the blend area. And let's see, you can kind of see, hopefully you can make it out where the clear coat stopped. I'm gonna bring it out just a little bit more and then blend it. All right, so we're ready for our second coat of clear. Okay, everything's clear coated, and I'm gonna, like I said, it's a little chilly out here today. It's see some of the mountains and all. I don't know if you can make that out. It's a little chilly today. It's about 55 degrees, 60, somewhere in there, with no sunlight directly on it, so it feels cooler. Because out here it's very dry heat, or dry air. There's not much humidity to hold the temperatures in. So I'm gonna put some heat on this thing just to heat it up, speed it up a little bit. But as far as temperature, it doesn't bother me much. I used to work outside and shovel gravel and all this stuff back on the East Coast. So 110 degrees here in the summertime, that's a joke. I can put up with that anytime. So like I said, I'm gonna put the heat on this thing, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet sand and buff it down to give it like a mirror finish. So if you look closely, hopefully you can make it out. If you can see that Forerunner in the background. As I go up and down, you can see a little bit of a ripple in it. So don't focus on that you can, oh, I can see a reflection, but rather how clear is the reflection. You see that ripple like on the roof? It looks almost like water. It's a little bit orange peel, just a little bit. A lot of cars from the factory have that type of orange peel, that level of it. But I'm gonna cut that thing down, and you should be able to almost read the license plate from here in this reflection when I'm done with it. All right, so I'm gonna put some heat on it and then start wet sanding.